Welcome to Coffee and Cremation with Tracy Allen. Grab your cup of coffee or favorite beverage and join me as we discuss what you need to know about pre-planning your final arrangements. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Coffee and Cremation. I have a friend today that is my guest, amazing friend. Everybody I bring on is amazing, but this friend has been my friend for like years, and he's in the floral business and stuff. So I want to talk about this. Like, have you ever wondered, like, when someone passes, what kind of flowers do you get? And that's how I wound up having him on the show because I needed to know a type of flower for a particular event I was going to. So my name is Tracy Allen. I am a pre-need planning advisor, cremation specifically, but a pre-need planning advisor. And so my job is to help you to put a plan in place now while you're able to think clearly. And when the time comes that we're all going to go, right? At some point, we're all going to go. But when we pass, our families don't have to take care of the details with a broken heart. So again, I want to introduce my friend Terrell Rackley, the owner of Rackley's Flowers and Gifts. And so, Terrell, welcome to the show.
Hello, hello.
Hey there. And so, what is in your cup today? I have Mighty Mango Naked Juice.
I I have my traditional hot chocolate and coffee combo,
Oh,
favorite color mocha.
okay. All right. Sounds good. So, cheers. Welcome to the show.
Cheers. Oh yeah, no,
One,
no.
good. You're good. So tell me, you have been in business for a number of years, helping people with all kinds of beautiful flowers, and that's the reason why I've got flower in my hair today, in honor of having you on my show. So, but tell me, what made you want to get in the flower business?
Well, my love for nature, it began as a child. My mother and my grandmother, they both had a really distinct love for nature, and because of that, I met up with neighbors. There was some young men in my neighborhood, and their father was in wholesale flowers. And I honestly, I just wanted to hang around my buddies. I just really wanted to hang around with my buddies, and they helped their father, and so I helped them. And then I fell in love with being around flowers. And crazy thing about it is, my mother, she opened up a flower shop. This is years later. She really wasn't. She knew I was hanging around with flowers, but she didn't. But she opened up a business because she she had made gift baskets for, ironically enough, for people that they were had passed on.
Uh-huh.
So she would make gift baskets as a condolence for people, and then she ended up opening up a shop, and then I started to help around her shop, and I got the bug. I just never let go.
That's awesome. So when did you
Yeah.
start your business?
Well, when she stopped, uh, she
What year?
yeah. Well, I'm thinking it was in 2000. 2 or 3, I believe, as when I started operating on my own. I think it was 2003.
Yeah.
She no longer wanted. She went back to focus on nursing, and she
Mhm.
went back. She's still making gift baskets. That was her thing.
Right.
And she, yeah. So,
Right. And you and I have been friends since probably before then, huh?
oh yeah, yeah, much
Yeah.
before then. At that time, I was around flowers, but it just wasn't my own thing.
Right.
I was helping, and now it's just me primarily. So,
Right. Right. You were telling me something really interesting
mm.
that well, the main thing, the main folks you like to service are what? Funerals and weddings, that kind of
Mhm.
stuff, right?
Yeah, event services are really my wheelhouse, and that was kind of the reason why I didn't want to let go of what my mother had established, because there was, um, I'm not going to say that there was a void in the community that I was familiar with, but I just felt that I felt that there was a way in which that service would be offered to that community, and I wanted to make sure that I maintained what she had established, and because I liked it, I felt that that was truly how that community should be served. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had reached out to you recently because I was going to a memorial service,
mhm.
and I was like, hey, this is honoring a veteran, and so what kind of flowers should I get? And so it was so cool to speak with you and hear your expertise on what would be a good flower and different types of flowers and why. And so I really
Mhm.
appreciate that. So anybody
Okay.
wanting flowers, this is the man. He knows his flowers. And you service what, all of San Diego?
Actually, yes. San Diego County is. I've always taken pride in servicing all of San Diego County, and then now because my mother actually she's a resident of Riverside County in Menifee. It was Sun City, but now they absorbed it. So I started to extend out to Riverside County because giving her an opportunity to still play with flowers, she loves it. Uh,
Yeah.
and on occasion, because my travels take me into Los Angeles County, I've been able to service Los Angeles County. So I'm starting to call myself the Southern California florist, not
Yeah.
not just it's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why not? Yeah, so you service Southern California. I
I
put
do.
San Diego there, but shoot, you're Southern California.
Yeah, oddly enough. Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
you also told me another story that was very uncomfortable for you. You
Mhm,
were you had a friend that passed away recently, right?
mhm, mhm, mhm.
And so you were trying to get him to the hospital, but he passed away before getting there. Is that what
No,
happened?
no, no, no. He passed at the hospital.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, that was then, and that was the part that the commonality because I didn't realize that there was such a thing as um, as a need to communicate with uh, funeral services or mortuaries. I
Right. You didn't know about pre-need planning?
know at all.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So that
So
was
then you found out because was he cremated?
I believe so. Yeah, yeah, he was. He was.
And it happened on a weekend at like
Right.
early morning hours. And so tell me
Mhm.
about that. You wound up because you said a wife was just totally distraught.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so
So they yeah
take
they
it.
asked
Hmm.
yeah, they had asked if there was because he wasn't we were in Los Angeles and he was San Diego resident, so they wanted to make sure that there was someone that could receive him in the area that he is from. Uh, I that was like I said that was my first encounter with that, so I got on the horn and started getting on funeral homes that I was familiar with because as a florist I had a few numbers and the first one that I had a live person was the person that I was able to connect them with the hospital staff, the nursing staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't. That was my first opportunity to really see the importance of the paper business part
Right.
of
Putting a
that.
plan in place. Yeah, and
Right.
it's something that I talk about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That when we do pass away, and that nurse or doctor turns to the family and says, "Okay, what do we do now? Who's picking the body up?" Most people are like, duh." And
Right.
like you said, you had to call a couple places before you were able to get someone that was available.
Right.
It was late, early morning,
Mm-hmm.
on a weekend. And so those are the things that I try to get people to understand the power of having a plan, because when you do have a pre-need plan in place, it's one phone call that's made. And then for us, the company I work for, we're the ones that will come out, pick up the body, and get the whole process started. and no one has to sit there trying to make those decisions while they're distraught, So I'm glad that you were able to, hold on to your composure and help this family to get the process started by at least getting the body picked up. So kudos to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your plans as far as your flower business? Anything big on the way?
So
Yeah, Easter coming up, so although
Easter is has kind of it's changed for our industry because you can go to Walmart, you can go almost anywhere and get all sorts of uh, little knickknacks, and it kind of it's changed a little bit for us. But Mother's Day, that's the queen of all things for us.
yeah,
Valentine's Day is the second busiest day or week of our year. Even if you do other things, it's really the second. But the first is Mother's because everyone has a mother, a mother figure, a mother of the office. Someone that treated them like a mother for their entire life, things like that. And some of the other holidays, they you can get them anything, right? You can get them almost anything, and it's appropriate.
yeah.
Uh,
Like for Memorial Day, I'm assuming that there are people that would like to have wreaths and stuff to go tip
yes,
it off.
yes.
Mhm.
Memorial Day is nice. It's a great time for recognition of those that we have lost, and those are usually smaller bouquets because they go to the sites and spend time with. I do. I mean,
Mhm.
I say that I'm part of we um, to some of my loved ones, and that's when we actually have that conversation. I can bring something special to them. Yep.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, let me ask you, how can people get in touch with you if they want to get some flowers?
I will. At this point, it's primarily calling the 760-214-4117. We have an online presence. So we're redoing our website now, but the telephone definitely works if you were to call or text. I always encourage that. So that way we can have a consultation. My moniker is a personal touch every time because not every not two people. There are not two people that are exactly the same in my
Hmm.
experience, and everyone has their unique needs, and I try to cater to them
Hmm.
uniquely and individually.
Yeah, makes sense. Know what color, what they're interested in, and one of the
Mhm.
things that excuse me, I tell folks because we have a book that we start filling in information about
Mhm.
ourselves, so that when that time comes, it makes it easy for the family to say, well, I like this type of flower color, all
Mhm.
these different things. And so I've listed my flower. I told my daughter was laughing at me because she's looking at my book of, all the good information and stuff about me. And I said, yeah, birds of prey. And she's like, Mom, I think you mean birds of paradise.
Right.
Yeah, birds of prey, not a good thing.
No, 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 no. But yeah, there's always every one of us. I don't know if it's the same for every industry, but if whatever is important to someone, and there's some there everything has a symbolism to it. The color has a symbolism to it. The particular flower type has a symbolism to it. And the more that you know about that person, the more I get a chance to learn about that person, the closer I can to actually honoring them on that day. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what my role in the whole process is to assist the family, uh, at least be a part of that family for at least that day, to
Mhm.
honor that person in the greatest way possible, because that's the last opportunity for everyone to be present physically. So you know everyone's wearing their best suits or their best outfit at the repast. They have some of the best food, so I feel like uh, that adornment, that accessory of a floral and plant type uh, should be the best as well.
I agree. I agree. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. And I'm so grateful that you were able to join me today so that we can do an episode of Coffee and Cremation together. And we'll be talking soon so that we can go ahead and get you a plan, right?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I really, like I said, that was an eye opener for me as a need. Not, you never really know what needs are in life, and until you are either educated or exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or both. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that was an education for me and exposure that encourages me to, I don't want to have anybody in the position to where they don't have, where they're not sure
Right.
as what to do.
Right.
Um,
And that's, I appreciate that. That's the reason why I tell folks, don't be afraid to find out how this works. Because, I can promote all the time and tell folks, listen, let me share with you what it is that I do, how this will help your family. And a
mhm,
lot of people are just kind of like, but the reality is at some point, all of us are going to go. And
yeah,
so when we have a plan put in place and we have people that we love, this
mhm,
spares them that that ickiness at the time. Like right now, you and I are sitting here talking, we're alive, we're feeling pretty
mhm,
good. And so that's the time to get things done, not
right,
when it's the time to like grieve and now you got to start making all of these decisions.
right,
So
right.
I look forward to sitting down with you. And so,
Mhm,
for our guest, thank you so much for being here, listening to another episode of Coffee and Cremation. I hope that you'll reach out to Terrell if you're here in Southern California, and go ahead and get some flowers. There's all kinds of things that we can plan way ahead for, so that
right.
he can put something beautiful together for you, and you deliver as well. Correct?
Yes, yes,
So he will get them to you. Okay, so it doesn't have to be death. It has to. It's There's plenty of lively things that we do, and so get
yes,
your flowers. And give people their flowers
right,
while they're still here, right?
right.
Metaphorically, physically, however you want to look at that. But yes. So that's it for today, you guys. I am so grateful for all of you that support me on this journey of coffee and cremation to get the word out, not just about death, but about things that we should do in life too, and enjoy and celebrate life. And so, like I said, flowers, that's something that you can enjoy while you're alive, as well as, families taking care of services when people pass. And so it's good for more than just one thing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close out and tune in next week for another episode of Coffee and Cremation. Thank you. Bye, everybody.